What's going on, everybody? It's Chris.
And Netta.
We're up here in northern Arizona. We're at my parents' gold claim. And Mom and Dad are over there at the Ranger. We've never been to this claim before, and Mom and Dad just bought it a little while ago. They've only been here once or twice, so we're gonna do a little testing, set up a little stream sluice. We'll see how much gold we get at the end of the day. Headed out. I found a lizard.
Hello, little dude.
So you can tell the difference between a area that's got a big tailings dump and something that's probably been worked before, because you're gonna find somewhere where these old timers were dumping all their rocks. It's gonna look like that. That's not normal to be out in the desert like this and just have a huge slew of rocks. When if you look right over here, it's all dirt and rock and gravel, and it's got all your light-ins. When you find these big piles of tailings like this, it's exactly what that is. It's already been ran before. So the question is it worth running again? Most of the time it's not. Now I know over here, this right here is not tailings. It's right next to that tailings pile. That tailings pile is right over there. The reason I know this isn't tailings is because if you come in here, a lot of this is the clay and it's hard. This has never been disturbed by humans, at least.
Where do you want?
Anywhere off this high wall is probably gonna be fine.
Hard.
That's what the pick's for. Act like you've never been mining before. Probably shouldn't say something while she's got a sharp pick in her hand.
And it's been like 2 years, dude. And I've never been here before. The question is that softer bedrock or harder bedrock? Because sometimes you'll get bedrock that kind of breaks up when you hit it. And sometimes it's just smooth in one solid piece. Sometimes it breaks up when you're on it.
All right, we made it down to the creek. Found us a nice little spot to put our sluice. So now what that sluice does is it creates a bunch of high lows. And what I mean by that is, if you've ever been swimming in a river, everywhere the rocks go over, the water goes over the rocks, I mean, there's an area right behind it of low pressure. So when the gold in the dirt is going over those riffles in there, there's an area where it's going over that and it's wanting to keep going here. All this area underneath that riffle, as that water comes over, is going to be low. Well, the gold's already riding on the very bottom of that water column, so as soon as it hits that low, it's going to drop. And it's going to hang out right behind each one of those riffles. Now we have a bunch of those riffles in there, and then there's expanded metal that creates basically a bunch of smaller riffles that it's going to help trap even smaller gold. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our dirt wet so that we don't have anything floating. And then we're going to slowly feed it down in there.
Should it go about doing that?
Now, especially with these stream sluices, you want to watch your lower riffles, because they will eventually start to pack up a little bit. You want to just give the stream a little bit of time to work that dirt back out. Because if you pack everything solid, everything will just roll right over the top. That's what I'm talking about when it starts packing up. My lower ripples aren't packed, but my upper ones are starting to get a little overloaded, so I want to slow down and let the stream do the work and clear those out of that lighter material. Trick with miner's moss, just give it a little stretch and everything falls right out of it. You can have some of these bigger rocks and stuff, any of your small particles will just fall right out of it. So now we took that 2 gallons of material and condensed it down into this probably 2.5, 3 cups worth of material. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pan this down. We'll see if we've got anything left. Normally I wouldn't pan straight into the creek, but I forgot to bring a tub down here. So since this is just a test pan and it's not like we've been running all day long, I'm just gonna pan into the creek. If you're running more than a little while, always pan into a test pan or a tub or something.
And he's pretty good at panning. He doesn't lose very much. We've tested that.
I see some flour.
This is where Mom and Dad are digging right now, testing it. They got bedrock. They're trying to clean it. They had a vacuum up here sucking it up.
So bedrock means that doesn't go any further down. That's solid rock. You can break it, but
the gold's gonna stay on top of it unless there's a good crack.
Which Mom found a decent crack right there, so there may have been gold that got caught in that, because the river is gonna come around this hill thousands, hundreds of thousands of years ago. This is the inside bend. So the water moves slower on the inside of a bend than it does on the outside. That's why miners always want to work on the inside of the bend, unless there's another reason. One of our other claims, the water has shifted from where it deposited the gold, so sometimes we do work on the outside, but that's a whole different story. So as you're coming down the inside, the water's slower, so the gold's able to drop out. So if it drops out and it hits one of those cracks, it may stay down in there. Or if it hits, even these just have these little cracks or these little ruffles, then gold may stop and get stuck there and just stay there like it's stuck in a riffle. And then as the water goes down and it's worked the canyon bigger, and then the water's just not up here anymore, now the gold's just where it stayed because there's no more water to wash it away. So we found a piece of exposed bedrock. So what we're gonna do is take this brush, clean all this up, down in here and see what we can find and see if we do any better than what we did in that open spot. So did quite a bit of testing. We did about 5 holes. Mom and Dad found a real nice spot that had some really good gold in it out of about 2 gallons of material. So in our next video, we're gonna be setting up a high banker and running a lot of material out there. The material is only about 3 inches to bedrock, so we're just gonna try and clean as much of that bedrock up and keep working. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in our next video. Hey everyone, it's Chris.
And Netta.
If you liked the video, drop us a like.
And subscribe. Thanks for being a part of our everyday.